Hi everyone! I'm going to talk a little bit today about attraction and how sometimes we feel attached, or basically all I do is work with the energy of love. What I do is I guide people to learn how to activate their own love hormone themselves, which the love hormone is the healing hormone. The love hormone is also the hormone of connection. It's the hormone of focusing, and a person that is more in their oxytocin, amped up in their love hormone, they're going to express more their feelings, and they're going to feel more available to share, because that's all what connection's all about. So the more we have our love hormone active, the more we feel the energy of what we are. I feel oxytocin, and learning how to amp up your oxytocin is one of the solutions for the challenges that we're all facing. So right now, does your body hold any tension? Right now, do you have any type of chronic pain? Or do you get headaches? Do you have anxiety? Are you feeling stressed out? So basically, if you're under chronic stress, you're more good at the ability to create cortisol, and a lot of it, that's the stress hormone. Some of us, we don't know how to feel pleasure, we don't know how to orgasm, we don't know how to connect with ourselves or with another person, and it's hard for us maybe to even look at each other's eyes. That's why I teach the Tantra exercises of connection, and that's why the Alva method is all about learning how to raise your love hormone levels in your body yourself. And somebody yesterday was asking me about, how do your patients not fall in love with you? How do your clients not fall in love with you? Because you're all about love. So what I wanted to share today was, if you feel that you are loving somebody, you meet somebody new and you're just like, oh my God, that woman is amazing. She's so vivacious, she's so loving, she's so nurturing. And you put all that attention on that person, that takes away your own power of your own ability to see whatever you're seeing. So basically what I want to say this simply, is whatever you love about me, whatever you love about anybody, is because you love that about yourself. The things that you see in other people are reflections of what you see in yourself. And the things that you notice about people are the things that you notice about yourself. So for example, think about a person that maybe you don't like them, or there's certain qualities you don't like about that person, and ask yourself, have you accepted those qualities that you have them also? So for example, if you say, I don't like that woman, she's so judgmental, she's so critical, she's so selfish, and we pick on her and we focus on her, she's showing us aspects of ourselves that we're not embraced. So for example, I've been selfish in the past, I've been judgmental in the past, and I have compassion for myself because that's the best I could do in the past. And if I could have done better in the past, I would have. So I don't have to actually pinpoint judgmental people and focus on them, because that doesn't make me feel good. I'm not judgment and criticism and analysis. Well, I am that. I'm that part of my ego. That's my ego. So the ego is the part of us that is the identity of us. My ego is the one that says, I have to do this that way because I'm a mom, because I'm a physical therapist, because I am raised Catholic. So that's all identifying yourself with different roles. That's our ego. So if you're, for example, a person that is religious and they don't want to marry somebody out of their religion, that's actually our ego that's keeping us from connecting with that person. It's actually, somebody might say, well, it's not my ego, it's my religion. But actually, sorry guys, that's your ego, because the God essence of you is beyond religion. It's beyond the separation of religion. So love is love is love, and we are beyond religions, we are beyond titles, we are beyond, when we go to the root of what we are, we're energy. We're, creative energy, source energy. Yes, and then we have the ego, and then we have the soul. The soul is the part of you right now. If you just close your eyes, and I wish for us all right now to close our eyes, put your hand on your heart, and feel your breath right now moving into your body through your nose. And then exhale. Let's do this 3 times, okay? We're just going to feel life force coming into our bodies. And the part of you that was feeling that, without any comment, judgment, analysis, or criticism, that's your soul. So if you want to get more in touch with your soul, be more of a witness of everything. So I can look around and I can witness this beautiful park that I'm in. Actually, I just put a comment there, beautiful. I could just witness the park. I can look at the trees. I can look around and just take in nature. I can feel this breeze. I can feel the heat. I can feel all the sweat in my face. And I could just witness it and feel it and be the observer of all my sensations. And that's my soul essence. The part of me that says, oh my God, I'm all sweaty on this video. Oh my goodness. Look at that. I have my little mustache of sweat. And oh, maybe I shouldn't post this video. That's my ego. That part of me that criticizes it. I didn't do my hair yet. I just woke up and I came over to the beach. My hair's all messy. So the part of me that criticizes myself, or that I may not actually publish the video because I'm criticizing my presence, that is my ego, okay? Which I myself, what I've done is I've created the Alba method so that we can be more in touch with our heart and soul through our body and listen to the wisdom inside of us that is screaming out, free me! I want to express my creativity! Include me in my life! May my life not only be guided by my ego. Ego is, I can't make this decision. What should I do? And you go back and forth with making decisions. Is that you? Do you struggle making decisions and you analyze and you think it over and you think it over and you think it over? Which way should I go? What's my next step? That's living from the ego. When you know what the answer is for you and you know what your next step is, this sense of knowingness, you just feel it. You feel it in every cell of your body. That's living connected to your soul. Your soul accessor is your heart being open. The more you're opening your heart, meaning I'm going to live in love. I'm going to accept myself. I'm going to accept everyone. I'm going to forgive myself and everyone. And I'm going to realize that there's actually no one to forgive because I take full responsibility for the life I'm creating. When we take full responsibility, then life just takes a whole other perspective and we're not run by the ego. And you know what? The ego is there as our friend to show us the contrast with the soul. Just like we have the light and the dark, the nighttime and the daytime, we need both of them, the yin and the yang, the masculine and the feminine. It's all beautiful when we can embrace it all and live in this space of there's a purpose for the ego. And the only thing is that I really believe the ego is there for contrast. So how about we let our heart and soul drive our life? And you could put the ego in the back seat, in the baby seat, and refer to it when you want to see the contrast more. Okay? And if we can dance in this beautiful harmony between both, okay, that's what my ego is doing right now. It's judging my thighs, or it's judging my belly, or it's judging my hair. There we go. I went there to the ego, and I criticized myself. Okay, well, let me come back to my soul now. Let me come back to my breath and to my heart expanding. And this is what Soulfish living is all about. And this word Soulfish, I created the Soulfish Sisterhood and Soulfish Tribe. Those are 2 Facebook groups where we're deciding, we're saying, yes, I'm going to live connected to my heart and my intuition, which the heart open causes you to feel more your intuitive guidance. And your intuition is all about feeling. So do you have an easy time feeling your yes in your body? because your whole body is your sensor for your yes and for your no. If you get all the answers from up here and you're thinking about it and overthinking about it, eventually you're going to learn that that's exhausting. And that's what happened to me. By the time I was 37 years old, I'm 44 now, I realized like, oh my God, I'm so tired, because I was running my life from that identity part of me. And definitely it still shows up. And I'm not even aware of it. That's the part where what I'm not aware of, I can't control. It's under subconscious control, right? So I do my best to be conscious and aware today in my life. So when things come up in my life, I put my hand on my chest and I say, well, what's coming up for me right now? And I don't make it about the other person, because I've learned that everything is just a mirror reflection of who we are being and the vibration of what we are being. And that's why when I work with people and I do the massage and the body work and the sound healing, the shamanic healing and the mindset work, it's all integrative, and it's mostly about shifting our vibration, because that's what's creating what's coming in to our lives. And I started this video talking about how when we fall in love with someone or we are attracted to someone, how that person is just showing us a mirror reflection of all the things that we love about ourselves. So we're like, oh my God, he's so smart. Or, oh my God, she's so vivacious. She's so passionate. She's so inspirational. If you've been not inspired in your life and then you see somebody who's very inspirational and passionate, she's showing you that you are that and that you have that, or else you would never be seeing it in that person. So sometimes people, they contact me and they're like, oh my God, you're so amazing. I love your videos. I want to work with you. You know, you're so passionate. You're full of life. People tell me these things, and then I have to tell them, well, you know, you have that too. And I'm careful with people because I don't want people to put me up on a pedestal. And I used to put my teachers up on a pedestal, and I used to think, oh my God, you know, when I'm 86 years old, I'll finally be able to be a yoga teacher. Like, I actually was asked to become a yoga teacher by Mercy Hospital because they wanted me to teach prenatal yoga, true story. And they're like, because I already taught infant massage, and this was like 14 years ago. And immediately I thought to myself, but I'm not 86 years old. I'm not 80. How could I teach yoga? Because I thought yoga, to me, was more about the philosophy. I studied yoga more because of the Yoga Sutras. And yoga, for me, taught me more about principles of living. That's more why I was so attracted to yoga, more than anything. And I thought to myself, but I'm not enlightened. You know, I'm not, and this was 14 years ago. And then I just was like, how could they ask me to become a yoga teacher? So I'm just letting you know that I found a program, Integrative Yoga Therapy. I became a yoga teacher, and I learned so much from it, and it changed my life. So thank God that I didn't limit myself because of my criticisms or my judgments, and I just went for it. You know, if somebody's asking you to become a teacher in something, that must mean that you're ready for it, right? So that's kind of what I believed. And so it's just really important, I think, for us to take a moment and wonder, who do I really look up to? You know, who are the people that excite me? Who do I get turned on by? And it could be in any area of that word, okay? So even when we have chemistry with someone, that person is showing you a mirror of your sexual energy. So sometimes I think what happens is we get attached to that person, or we idolize that person, and without realizing that you manifested that because you're vibrating at that frequency. And this is what I want people to understand. Because I teach Tantra, I do Tantra massage. We're eye-gazing. I'm massaging people in parts that feel really pleasurable. I'm teaching people how to orgasm. I'm teaching people how to connect to their sexual energy and to connect to their sensuality and their soul and their heart. And I'm teaching people how to raise their love hormone. So people wind up leaving the session and they feel so much love. And this is the part where you have to be careful not to project all that onto me or onto your Tantra practitioner or onto your girlfriend or onto whoever's touching you in a way that touches you, and make it about them, because that takes your power away. So what I used to do was I used to glorify men and put them up on a pedestal and be like, oh my God, I love him, I want him, why doesn't he want me? He's so great. And I would not even acknowledge my awesomeness for seeing those beautiful qualities in those men. And then I would give my power away, and I wasn't feeling fulfilled. So today, I notice myself differently when I meet somebody that's amazing. I admire them, I esteem them, and I get excited because I realize I'm getting close. You know, I'm meeting all these new men that are conscious men, that are tantric men, that are sensual men, that love their lives, that are passionate entrepreneurs and really smart, because I love smart men. And I'm really excited to just see the mirrors of me in men. And I'm talking about men specifically because I'm single right now, and I've been shifting my own mindset about what I'm attracting, and I'm more ready now to meet someone that I want to be in a committed partnership with, an exclusive partnership with, which before I felt like I was still in that exploring, dating. Well, I'm still in that dating, but now I'm actually more open to the possibility of just one partner that I'm going to be rocking it with in a very exclusive way, which after my divorce, I realized that that wasn't what I wanted, because I was with someone for 20 years of my life, 20 years of one partner. And in a way, I feel like I was really traumatized from all the things that I created within myself that were not healed, that I was projecting onto that relationship. So that's a whole other video. But I just want to say that today, I hope you can acknowledge yourself and how awesome you are at the great things that you're attracting into your life. If you're working on transformation and you're really working at yourself, and then you start to see, wow, I'm attracting different. Salute yourself, like pat yourself on the back, instead of giving your power away to that person and being like, oh my God, that person's so amazing, I wish I could be like that. Instead, point it back to yourself and say, wow, this is so awesome, I attracted a person like that. That means that I'm vibrating more like that. Does that make sense? I'd love it if you guys can comment and let me know if this helps you, because I want to empower people so much instead of them glorifying me, feeding my ego, which doesn't need to be fed. Believe me, I've fed it enough my whole life. And just turn it back to yourself. Make your own videos. Share your insights. You know, when you're having a challenge, this is what inspires me to make my videos. Lately, people were asking me, you know, how do people not fall in love with you? You're doing all this massage and making people feel good and healing. And so I thought, wow, you know, I get to show people how they are loving and being love. And this way people don't get the wrong impression. And that's a conversation that I feel I need to have with my clients before I speak to them, because it has happened in the past where I feel people say, oh, you know, I feel like I'm getting attached, or I don't want to fall in love with you, or so they make it about this story is just seeing yourself reflected. So Jeff Atwood is writing, I'm gonna read this out loud. My only caution is that just seeing yourself reflected in others disconnects you from the others too. Don't give your power away. Also recognize the qualities in these people that bring your better qualities out. Yes, that's beautiful. Seeing your reflections are great. Seeing others reflecting in you should always go along with it. Yes, beautiful. And just remember, to keep your connection with people, it's so simple. Look at their eyes and breathe into your heart, because when you breathe into your heart and you expand your heart, you're immediately connecting to yourself, and that immediately causes the possibility of connection with someone else. Yes, had a girl come up to me while out with hubby, and she told me I was her hero. Salute. Teaching them to hold each other up, women around here. That's so beautiful. I love it. And yes, it's so key also to keep our hearts open to feeling in our hearts. And sometimes, like for me, things will come up from the past if I'm feeling so much love in the moment. And then a little memory it's like a little fart. I call them emotional farts. It's like a little memory popping up through my heart of the past, of maybe something that I didn't do correctly in my mind, my ego acting up, and maybe something that I regret. Because I've hurt people in my past from the hurtness that I was. I did not appreciate in my past relationships with men. I feel I did not appreciate them enough, and they're really awesome men. And why did I do that? Because I didn't appreciate myself. So the fact that I didn't appreciate them is because I didn't know how to appreciate myself. So instead of me just being hard on myself, I can actually be grateful that I'm aware that I didn't appreciate them, because that lets me know that that's mirroring back to me that I could appreciate myself more. So by appreciating myself, what I mean is actually considering my feelings in my own life. Instead of me saying yes to everybody that wants help or yes to everyone that's asking for favors. People are emailing me all the time asking me to post this for them, post that for them. That's partly why I created the Soulfish Sisterhood, because I'm busy enough. So please just post your events on the Soulfish Sisterhood and do your own marketing, build up your own tribe. Be inspired by me rather than just asking me to help you. That's a part of I tell people, I hope I'm inspiring you to create your own newsletter, create your own email list, create your own, rather than just depending on somebody. That's something else that I'm really big on, because I can't do it all for everyone. And this is what I had to learn the hard way. So I was overwhelmed, overexhausted, giving to everyone, and underappreciating myself. So then how could I appreciate my man? It wasn't going to be possible. And actually, I was making that a priority, was to appreciate my man without appreciating myself. And I discovered that doesn't work. So I thought I was being selfish. It was if I was taking time for me instead of appreciating my man, which in reality, the only way that I could actually be in a healthy relationship with anybody is if I had that relationship with myself first. And that's what this whole past 2 years of my life has been about, really learning how to actually embody that appreciation in myself, which I definitely feel 100%, I can say it today, that I'm fulfilled. I feel complete. I feel whole. So when I meet a man that I'm interested in, he feels amazing because he's sensing that I'm filled up and that he's not needing to be something more for me. And I think this turns men on big time. And men, you can report back, a woman that's turned herself on and she's living her life that's juicy and she's excited about herself. Isn't that attractive? So this is something that I noticed recently. And I really feel I'm onto something. So thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you for sharing your comments, and message me if you'd like to learn more about the Alba Method and just how to live a fulfilled life where we are our own source of healing and our own source of love, and then we can share that and overflow that in a healthy way with others.